Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to our first match on centre court tonight here at Memorial Drive. We've got the kids from PAC and Cobb Dogler to give them a guard of honour. Could you please welcome our first player tonight from the United States, the current world number 27, Danielle Collins.
It has been a remarkable return to fitness and form for Danielle Collins. The American battling back from a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis, and she's just one match away now from her first career WTA
the
final.
Current world number 1 from Australia, Barty.
But here's what stands between Collins and that first final. The world number 1, Barty, looking to make it a lucky 13th career final in front of her adoring home fans. And Barty getting better and better as the tournament has gone on as well. So impressive in the repeat of the French Open final with Marketa Vondroušová yesterday. And certainly in good fettle as they turn their thoughts towards Melbourne. Before that, Diana Yastremska awaits in the final for the winner of this one. Well, she served really well yesterday, Barty, and it was up another level from her first match against Pavlyuchenkova. And that will be key today against a woman who's only dropped one service game all week. That is how well Danielle Collins has been playing.
Ash, this is Nicholas. Can we please take a photo in that direction before we do the coin toss? So turn around, please. Yep, perfect. Perfect. So just a couple of reminders. Shot clock, as you know, is in the corners behind me. If you want a challenge, please use your voice. Same if you want your coach, and it's TV changeovers. Okay. Any questions? Nicholas, you told me who you'd like to ask? Hats? Go for it. Tails it is.
I'll serve first.
Serve? Thank you.
Well, given the form she's in, no surprise to see Danielle Collins serve first. Well, it's been an amazing bounce back for Danielle Collins, who hadn't won main draw back-to-back for the second half of last year, since Wimbledon. Not until the start of this year when things have turned around, haven't they? Tina Krujin alongside me in the commentary box. That diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis explaining that drop-off in form for Collins last year. But this year she's been incredible, already a quarter-finalist in Brisbane, 2 top 10 wins, a semi-finalist here, and last year's Australian Open semi-finalist, warming up very nicely for the first slam of the year.
Yes, and anybody who has seen her matches, her previous matches this year, has been quite impressed. She's in some serious form. She's won against a lot of good players this week, and the previous match against Bencic was just incredible. She's won 90% of her service points, and her serve is just on fire. So, as I said, she's playing really, really well, and but has a very different style of game compared to Barty. And it will be a good test for Barty, because Collins at the moment is hitting winners from all over the court. Just name it, from the middle of the court, from the back of the court, from the sides. She just likes to go for her shots, and her backhand is really working well. On the other hand, Barty has lost first round in the first tournament of the year in Brisbane, and here her form is going up. She's playing better and better. Yesterday she said she's still not happy with her form, but it's improving, and she has shown us some good tennis, very good tennis yesterday. She has, as we know, she has a lot of variety in her game, and she has the game for Collins, to be honest.
She does, doesn't she?
Yeah.
They've played a couple of times before, and Barty has won on both occasions, and it's no surprise because of the variety that she will offer. That backhand slice will keep brutally low, and it will be out of the strike zone for Danielle Collins, which is where she likes the ball. She loves it on the backhand. Hip height, that's when you're in big trouble. Forehand can be just as lethal, but she's not going to get as much of that today from Barty, who will slice it up and mix it up, and that will cause problems for the American.
Yes, exactly. Anything above or below Collins's hips will not be too good for her. She likes the flat shots. So Barty has that variety in her game. She can play high balls, she can play low balls, she can play the angles.
We say hello to Miriam Blay, who's in charge of this semi-final. 4 titles last year for Ash Barty in a breakthrough year, including the French Open title, WTA finals title as well in there. Confirmation it was en route to that French title that she beat Danielle Collins in round 2.
Ladies and
The
gentlemen,
American's been talking about the diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis, which she's managing with various things, a reduced schedule and also dietary changes, and just the training that she does is also being adjusted to make sure that her body can cope with that. She dropped down to play some ITF tennis just before Christmas to find some match wins. Got beaten by the world number 311, Gabriela Talaba, in the quarterfinals in Naples in Florida in November. So this return to form has been scintillating, to say the least.
She seems to like to play in Australia, I think, Collins, because she got to the semi-final last year of the Australian Open, an incredible result. Don't forget, she's been on tour only since 2017, which is an amazing achievement. She went to college before that.
Yeah, she's a graduate of the collegiate system, which is producing some outstanding talent, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is going to be a step up today, taking on Ash Barty in front of her home crowd, but she'll love that. The competitor that she is, she will absolutely relish this. Tantalisingly close to her first career WTA final. 3 times she's made the semis. The Australian Open last year and Miami in 2018 and San Jose as well. Couldn't quite get over the finish line on those 3 occasions.
First set, Danielle Collins to serve. Play. Love.
Well, Barty will want to get on her backhand and stay away from the Collins backhand. That will be plan A, you would think.
Very good body serve.
There is Jay Gooding, coach of Danielle Collins. Well, she stayed put in the corner, Ash Barty, and nearly got invited back into that exchange.
Game Collins.
Good start, no surprise to see her off and running, not dropping a point in that opening game. Real confident settler against the world number 1. She will see today as a real opportunity to test herself against the
Ashleigh
best
Barty to serve.
in the world. 2 wins, top 10 wins already this year against Svitolina in Brisbane, and absolutely destructive against Bencic yesterday.
Love. On.
There's the warning on the backhand, the power behind it.
Her backhand is seriously dangerous. She really prefers that shot. Sometimes she plays it from the middle of the court as well. When players like to take the forehand, Collins likes to take the backhand. So Barty will probably try to stay away from that side as much as she can.
She took it on.
That was a good kick. That's what we were talking about before. The balls from Barty will come high or low, and there was a slight mishit. Collins didn't time it correctly because of the height of the ball.
A little bit untidy. Hasn't settled yet. There's her coach, Craig Tyser.
Collins.
And it's the American who's made a fast start here.
Collins leads by
Barty a little bit slow coming out of the traps. Too many unforced errors in the early exchanges, and Collins taking immediate advantage.
And on serve now, which has worked so well throughout the tournament for her.
Love. On.
She was very impressive in her All-American battle with Sophia Kenin this week. Really took on her compatriot. Hit her off court. Just missed.
The call on the right baseline. Ball was
I was about to say that's an exquisite point.
Yes, I hope for her that this ball is in, because it was quite an easy shot to put in. Collins far away, and she missed it.
30-15.
Counter-punched her way out of a corner. It seemed decisively there. The depth on that.
40-15.
The power on that shot is just incredible.
Barty has 2 challenges remaining.
She's finding a bruising depth already.
Stays nice and low. Very flat as well.
Game
She's
Collins.
hanging on for dear life at the moment, Barty, because Collins is on a roll again, as she
Collins
has been
leads by
all
3
week,
games to none.
and makes the early breakthrough, and the scoreboard looking mighty healthy from the Americans' perspective.
Ladies and gentlemen, please find your seats very quickly. Thank you. Time. Thank you for sitting down very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. To my right, the players are ready. Thank you. Thank you once again for sitting down. Thank you.
Well, a hold of serve would do Barty the world of good, and also get the crowd into it a little bit as well.
Yeah, she's been a bit slow for her at the beginning of this match. Only 29% of first serves in so far.
She won over 60% on first and second serve yesterday. That's how effective she was. And also saved 6 of 7 break points against Vondrousova. And it's better.
Oh, that's much more positive, and we can hear the crowd. The crowd in Australia really understands the tennis. They like to applaud the good points, and it's so good to have a tournament in Adelaide.
Game Barty.
On the scoreboard and on the way back in this opening set, she will hope.
Collins leads by 3 games
Needs to
to 1.
find a way through the Collins serve, and only one break of serve in the Americans' delivery all week, so that just underlines how well she's been serving. So
And we
much
said
left hand, isn't there, in that backhand?
Yeah, a lot of left hand, good backhands. That's what happens. There's a lot of left hand in the backhands. And you were talking about the serve. She's won 9 out of 9 points on the first serve, Collins, so far. She must be feeling pretty confident about herself at the moment.
Well, that was a clever return. A slice backhand. Just causing problems for Collins.
It was much slower, wasn't it? It was a little bit, had a bit of a height on the ball, and it was quite slow. So
well, it had to generate her own pace,
yeah.
didn't she?
Yeah.
And she gave it too much. Not letting Barty to do that again.
Ace number 1 for Collins. Number 2, excuse me.
It's a bit of an onslaught at the moment from Danielle Collins. Given the way she's played this week, not entirely unexpected.
Well, it makes life so much easier when the first serve is going in and you can attack the second shot. And that's what she does so well.
That is the kind of point that Ash Barty will love to play. So thoughtful with the point construction, starting with that slice return again.
Yes, perfect point. That's how she should play today. Easier said than done. This was an amazing touch and angle. Well,
anything short and mid-court is going to get the treatment from Danielle Collins. The winners are flying off the Americans' racket, and she's reeling off the games too.
Thank you for sitting down quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Time. Ladies and gentlemen, to my right, please find the next available seat. Thank you. Love. $15 all.
She's just not finding enough first serves at the moment, Ash Barty. Got away with it on that occasion, but by and large she hasn't got away with it. Just over 40% of first serves at the moment. It's inviting the heat from Collins. A little bit of heat from Barty.
Well, that was a stunning shot from Barty.
Really flattened out on that forehand.
Yeah, behind the baseline as well.
Yeah, didn't do enough with the volley. It's a bit safe down the middle.
It didn't have the sting on it, did it, on the volley? Needed a little bit more. A little bit too short as well. Good angle from Collins.
Nice finish. Nice hold of serve. She's fighting back in this opening set.
Collins leads by 4 games to 2.
Fighting her serve a little bit as well.
Love 15.
Oh, she's made it. Take that.
Nice and early. Collins could have touched that ball, but I think she thought it's gonna go out. But yeah, good shot.
Love 13.
A little opening just being created here. It started by giving Collins a dose of her own medicine on return.
Miss Collins is changing the call on the left far sideline. The ball was called out. Call stands.
Oh, it was close.
Love 14.
Not close enough from the Collins perspective.
15-14. Miss Collins has 2 challenges remaining.
That first serve is just pushing Ash Barty so far back. The returns are a little bit short and she's
Yeah.
able to move onto them.
Exactly. Anything short, she punishes it.
That's just world class.
Use.
She's just this good depth. She just has produced such a good depth in this first set. It doesn't give Barty many chances to get to her game, to play the variation that she likes. The balls are just, they come so fast and low and long.
Advantage
It's a
Collins.
masterclass. Just have to admire the clean ball striking from Collins. It's just too good. No wonder the coach is happy.
Game, Collins.
5 points in a row,
New
reeled
Collins
off
leads.
very, very impressively.
Collins leads.
And the chances were there, but they disappeared for Barty. Big deficit now to retrieve in this opening set.
Time.
The world number one serving to stay in this opening set. It's been an onslaught from Danielle Collins, and Barty hadn't been able to weather the storm.
Bit in love.
She needs that first serve to return. It's an easier game, isn't it, Tina, when your first serve is finding the mark?
Yeah, she's been struggling on her first serve in the first set today.
It's the first ball inside the baseline that she's missed today. She's been that good.
Yeah.
Making so few unforced errors. Super holder's serve, and even better when you consider that mentally she was bouncing back from having those break points that she couldn't take.
Yeah, there was a big chance in the previous game to come back into the match. Still one break away, Barty, but this was a good hold.
Wow, the chip return from Barty was fairly deep, not too bad at all. Got the treatment.
30-15.
It's a nice idea. The point construction was spot on. Just the final execution there from Barty down the line, just letting her down.
She's trying a little bit too hard at this point, Barty. But good depth from Collins. Her shots have been very, very deep in the court in the first set, not giving Barty many chances to play her game.
30-all.
Given the way she's battered the ball so far, that's a little bit of a gift from Danielle Collins.
There are not too many today. She overhit the last shot, but she's been pretty smart in the first set. She needs a first serve now. Oh, that was a gutsy second serve. Good angle and quite hard as well. Almost surprised Barty a little bit. Set point number 1 for Collins.
Well, yet another controlled set of impressive tennis from Danielle Collins, who is rolling through the draw here in Adelaide. Set to the good against the world number 1.
Game and the set, Collins. By 6 games to 3. Time. Second set, Barty to serve. Love 15.
She's just been pushed so far beyond her baseline, Barty. She just can't make any kind of impression from back there.
No, the balls are coming so flat and low from Collins.
She's
She's found very good depth as well in the first set, Collins, which gave Barty a lot of problems.
That's better. Nice variation of pace in the rally from Barty. Great serve.
40-30.
Excellent kick serve as well to wrap up that opening game. And
First game, second
that
set.
extra height just causing the discomfort. We talked about it earlier. Varying the height of the ball will be key to success for Barty today. Not able to impose that in the opening set, but that will be part of the plan, won't it, in set two?
Certainly. Well, Collins has found a lot of first serves in the first set, and that second shot was really incredible, and she's hit a lot of winners, I think a bit more than 8 probably. Hasn't made too many errors for her, and it was just more convincing in the first set. She was finding the depth in the court, and she didn't make too many unnecessary mistakes when Barty was a little bit slow, we have to say. And it will be just interesting to see what happens now in the second set, if Barty will raise her level a little bit.
15 love.
If she's allowed to, and when Collins is hitting winners like that, taking it early and on the rise so effectively.
Yes, it's always a combination of factors, isn't it? How much your opponent gives you the opportunity to come back into the match, and it depends on Collins a lot in this second set.
That's the key.
Yeah, if she can keep it up the way she did in the first set, it will be very, very good for her. If she can keep it up with the first serve percentage was fairly high, and but Barty is looking to come back. You can see that she's looking for ways. She's thinking for the ways to solve the puzzle.
Well, she loves to build her points, Ash Barty, and the first strike tennis that Danielle Collins has been playing just has not allowed her to do that.
We haven't seen too many long rallies in the first set, which was in favor for Collins, of course.
Out. (15-40).
Just checking with Miriam Blake, who confirms the ball was long.
Not by
Been
much.
worth a challenge. Well. The first break of the Danielle Collins serve. That will be a tonic for Ash Barty. She tries to work her way back.
had the same situation, just the opposite result. In the first set, Collins broke early on and was able to maintain and hold the serve until the end, and see what happens now with Barty.
Correction. Replay the point.
Line umpire made a noise. The line umpire said out. I corrected you. Good. So the baseline, right baseline.
Love 15.
Normal service is resumed. She accepted that very well, didn't she? Because she'd hit a really good return on that.
Yeah. She's
overall.
Yeah, exactly. She's sticking to her game plan, which is attack the serve as much as she can.
It's one or two signs that Ash Barty is starting to weave her magic here.
Much more proactive in this last point, Barty was.
And moving Collins around a lot more than she has done in the match so far. Pouring it on now. Beautifully done. Well, she's stayed calm and cool in the face of a barrage from Danielle Collins in the opening set, but Barty making a bid for it in the second.
Time.
Well, she hasn't been able to get to the net much at all, Barty. Tried to there, and Collins saw her coming.
30
That's what she does so well. Off the first serve, good first serve. She attacks that second shot, and backhand has been very consistent, not only today but throughout the tournament. She loves that shot, backhand down the line.
Well, Barty went toe-to-toe with Collins there. But invariably, given the way the American's playing, there's only ever going to be one outcome in that kind of exchange.
Certainly when the ball is a little bit shorter, she likes to go for it.
Stunning return. Oh, that was top draw. That forehand can be vicious from Barty.
And that wasn't a bad serve either. It was quite a good one. And look at this angle. Steps in and takes it on a rise.
Clever, and that's what she will have been trying to do throughout this match. The slice disrupting the rhythm of Collins. Variable bounce. Asking the American to generate her own pace.
A little bit of side spin on it as well. The ball doesn't come clean on the racket. Absolutely crucial point for this second set.
Well, the double break belongs to Ash Barty, and she's worked her way back magnificently in this match. The gauntlet was thrown down by the American with a quick fire first set in more ways than one, but what a response from the world number one. A little bit of pent-up frustration in that return from Collins.
She didn't hold back, did she?
He's not smiling quite as much now, is he?
Yeah, looking a little bit more concerned.
Love for 30.
Perfect ball toss. Often the serve depends on a good ball toss.
That's great hitting from both of them. The ball toss from Barty has been a little bit low, especially in the first set. It's contributing to the missed first serves, and certainly
it's been quite sunny from one end. Now the shade is more across the court, slightly easier to serve. On this side where she is now, it was very, very sunny in the first set, and now she's finding it easier.
yeah, she's getting that toss spot on.
Game Barty.
3 aces. Barty's in the groove on serve and in the match. And she's close to
Barty
levelling this
leads
contest and
by
taking
5
us down
games
the
to
stretch in Adelaide.
Time.
Oh, what a turnaround. Collins serving to stay in the second set and avoid the dreaded bagel.
Lucky shot.
Yeah, the tennis gods are smiling on Australia there, aren't they?
That's a lovely slice for the books. I wonder if both players are already thinking about the third set at this stage.
What a point from Barty.
15-14.
It was on a string, wasn't it, on the racket of Danielle Collins, but Barty still found a way to wear her down.
And like you said earlier, she's moving Collins a little bit more in this second set. That's good.
30-14.
That's so clever.
That was not an easy shot. That was above her hips. She sort of had to hit it down a little bit.
Got exactly what she wanted there, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was plotting that point very cleverly, Danielle Collins.
Still a set point for Barty though.
Brilliant again from the American.
Some good angles from Collins, but she likes those down the lines. She's very consistent and very precise as well.
Advantage, Collins. Game, Collins.
That's a good save from Danielle Collins, fending off a couple of set points there. More importantly, just the hold of serve, just to get some traction looking ahead to the final set, which will surely inevitably follow this.
Yeah, sure, it's much better for the mind. I mean, Barty still has to hold this this serve, so she has some work to do, but she was better, much better in the second set than she was in the first, Barty. Look at his return. At this point she has nothing to lose, so she can just go for the shots.
Well, that's how she loves to play. A buccaneering style of ball bashing from Danielle Collins. It's so effective. That's a wonderful slice. That ball going away from Collins all the time. Deep into the corner, nothing you can do really from there.
Body serve, smart play. Gives her 2 set points on her own serve.
Barty is back with a bang in this match. That's an exquisite set of tennis to level up this contest, and that final place in the final in Adelaide is still very much up for grabs.
Time. Final set.
That was a smart move from Danielle Collins, just taking a comfort break and just resetting and refocusing after a set in which she was chasing her tail for the first time this week.
Love.
So important for Collins to get a good start in this third set. Hold the serve, get the confidence back. Haven't heard many of those. Yeah.
No. It's just gone into her head, hasn't it? It's surprising as well because she does stand quite a long way back from the line when she serves. I think you heard that exchange with Miriam Blaze. She's asking to see the trainer for her back.
Let person.
Barty just lost her footing.
This is what she did so well in the first set, Collins. Just good depth on the shots and pushing Barty from corner to corner.
That's where you don't want Danielle Collins to be, right in the middle of the court, dictating, conducting affairs. Good start to the final set for the American. Just what she was looking for.
Physio waiting there for the changeover. She going on the court now.
Okay, next changeover.